U.S. officials believe Chinese hackers may still have access to key computer networks in Guam. Top American cyber officials believe China has targeted sensitive U.S. computer networks in recent months. The Chinese hackers targeted an unnamed organization on Guam as part of a likely effort to develop capabilities that could disrupt critical communications infrastructure between the U.S. and Asia in the event of a crisis. That's according to Microsoft. The alleged targeting of critical infrastructure in Guam adds to ongoing U.S. concerns that China could be using its cyber capabilities in anticipation of a future conflict with the U.S. in the Pacific. ABC 7's cybersecurity expert Chris Mansour weighs in.
The report states that they discovered the existence or the attempts of certain malicious actors, whether they are from China or Russia, trying to target critical infrastructure. And critical infrastructure, whether it is, there's a lot of sectors that are classified as critical infrastructure, but mainly these are the power systems, these are the transportation systems, these are the oil and gas companies, or any manufacturing industry. These are the main targets that, in general, foreign actors like to target. And this could wreak havoc, for example, shutting down the power or the Colonial Pipeline. We've seen what happened, right? So it's a kind of a gold mine for bad actors to infiltrate and gain access to them. And if they could infiltrate and not do anything and just lay down there and stay still, and then leverage that if there is a conflict in the future, whether that conflict is political at some point or even battle or somehow, they can immediately then deploy their cyber attacks immediately on these critical infrastructure. So for example, let's just say if there was, God forbid, a battle somehow, and they target the transportation systems, then supplies to the troops or the transportation could be affected, or oil and gas could wreak havoc, causing societal unnerving or havoc as well within the communities and the societies. Now, for the people in general, again, we are directly unaffected as of now if these exist, because our day-to-day life depends on just the power that we receive or the gas and the water treatment that we drink or use in our households. That could be at risk if an attack occurs. So that is why it's important for these critical infrastructure providers and companies to basically make sure that they have the necessary detection systems to detect certain malicious activity and prevent any further attacks. As I said, there is indicators that there could be a presence of certain malicious activity ongoing. We need to mitigate that. So this, the first step is to mitigate that by leveraging basic hygiene, again, at the organizations themselves through what we call asset inventory. Know what you have, know what you're running, know if everything looks good on day-to-day basis. Monitoring is one of the most important tactics we recommend for critical infrastructure security in general.
And as expected, the Chinese government denied the hacking allegations and in turn accused the U.S. of conducting hacking operations in China. And to protect yourself from hackers, Professor Mansour says use good cyber smarts. Change your passwords every so often, be cautious of the websites you visit, and give your personal information too.